All right, what's up? Back with another reaction from the YouTube channel Multiverse Arena. I came across this while I was on YouTube, looking for something to react to. But this is Leprechaun versus Jeepers Creepers. So let's check it out. Oh, and before I start, please go to my channel, subscribe, hit the ding for more notifications. That'd be great. But anyways, let's jump right into it.
You smell like rot and patience, but my gold is not something you take and live to remember.
I've died more times than you've hunted seasons. You can't kill what refuses to stay gone.
The air freezes after the last word fades. No strike follows. No movement dares to break the tension. This is the space where instinct measures curse, where hunger studies immortality, where two predators realize the usual rules will not decide this encounter. Leprechaun is not afraid of death, because death has never kept him. Jeepers. Creepers is not intimidated by magic, because everything bleeds eventually. What stands between them now is not distance, but inevitability slowly leaning forward, waiting to see which nightmare breaks first, when the hunt truly begins. On one side, we have Leprechaun, a creature barely over a meter tall, yet heavy with centuries of malice. His body is compact, wiry, deceptively fragile at first glance, but the air around him hums with old magic and
Warwick Davis did pretty good playing him. All the movies, I think was it 4 or 3 but Leprechaun movies he did really good. What was the other one he did? He did, oh, he was in Harry Potter, but I don't really see him very much anymore in movies.
petulant cruelty. This is not a monster driven by survival. This is an obsession given flesh. Gold is not merely wealth to him, it is identity, anchor, and curse. His presence feels playful only in the way a blade gleams before it cuts, childlike in cadence, ancient in intent, laughing even as bones snap beneath his hands. On the other side stands Jeepers Creepers, the Creeper, a towering, bat-winged aberration.
Another one, Jeepers Creepers. The first one was good, the second one wasn't too bad. But as time went on, like the very last one came out like during the pandemic, and none of the actors looked like they're in the same room. The CGI was terrible, and they totally changed up Jeepers Creepers. He looked completely different. He didn't look like this one. But what's that dude's name? The director, Victor Salva. I'm not gonna go into his whole story why he got caught and arrested, but something he did with one of his early movies. You could look it up. But after he got information was dug up about him, Jeepers Creepers franchise started going downhill.
Stitched from decay and patience. Over 2 meters tall, broad-shouldered, leathery skinned, its silhouette is unmistakably predatory. It does not taunt. It does not bargain. It hunts. Every 23 years, for 23 days, it awakens with singular purpose to feed on fear and flesh, harvesting organs to replace its own. Where the leprechaun's menace is loud and theatrical, the creeper's terror is silent, methodical, inevitable. This is not a clash of good and evil. It is a confrontation between two kinds of damnation. One rooted in greed and curse-bound immortality. The other born of cyclical hunger and biological horror. When obsessive magic meets ancient instinct, which monster walks away whole? We regularly post videos like this one, pitting iconic horror characters against each other to determine who would win. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of these epic showdowns. The Leprechaun is not a slasher in the traditional sense. He is a fairy tale relic, warped into something vicious, originating from Irish folklore but twisted through modern horror. This being is sustained by magic rather than biology. His strength is inconsistent but deceptive. He can overpower grown humans, survive dismemberment, explosions, and bodily destruction that would annihilate mortal creatures. Damage slows him, inconveniences him, but rarely ends him. What defines the leprechaun is not durability alone, but rules. His existence is bound to gold. As long as his treasure exists, he persists. As long as a coin remains unaccounted for, he can return. This makes him functionally immortal under most circumstances. He wields reality-warping tricks, illusions, limited teleportation, and a cruel intelligence that enjoys games more than efficiency. He mocks, toys, and punishes, often allowing victims moments of hope just to savor their collapse. In combat, he is erratic but dangerous. He uses traps, manipulation, and sudden violence. Against normal opponents, his unpredictability is lethal. Yet, beneath the magic and bravado lies a flaw. He is obsessive. Distract him with gold, threaten his hoard, and his focus fractures. Against something that does not fear, does not desire wealth, and does not engage in games, the leprechaun's theatrical cruelty risks becoming a liability. And that is where the creeper enters as a fundamentally different kind of threat. The creeper is not cursed by greed or bound by artifacts. It is a biological horror with a supernatural edge. An ancient species rather than a spell, it operates on instinct sharpened by intelligence. Every 23 years, it awakens to feed. And during that window, it is relentless. It hunts not randomly, but selectively, sensing fear, weakness, and compatibility. It consumes organs to repair itself, making injury temporary as long as prey exists. Physically, the creeper is dominant. Superhuman strength, regenerative abilities, flight, and natural weapons turn its body into an arsenal. Its wings allow aerial superiority. Its claws and teeth tear through flesh and steel alike. Unlike the leprechaun, it does not monologue. It stalks, it observes, it strikes when certainty replaces chaos. What makes the creeper especially dangerous is emotional detachment. It does not indulge. It does not need to prove anything. Pain inflicted is incidental, not entertainment. This lack of vanity allows it to adapt quickly. Fire, weapons, traps, none of these deter it for long. While it can be injured, it learns, withdraws if necessary, and returns with lethal precision. Against magical entities, the creeper does not panic. It does not question the unnatural. It simply tests until something works. And in a confrontation with a trickster who enjoys prolonging encounters, the creeper's efficiency becomes a terrifying counterbalance. The leprechaun holds the advantage in immortality through external anchors. Destroying his body does not guarantee victory. His magic allows him to alter the rules of engagement, creating chaos where logic fails. However, his weakness is psychological and behavioral. He is driven by obsession and ego. He wants attention. He wants fear acknowledged. He wants the game. The creeper's strength lies in focus and physical supremacy. It is faster, stronger, and more adaptive in direct combat. Yet, it is not invincible. Severe damage can incapacitate it temporarily.
The creeper's weakness or power is that if he loses a body limb or ear or an arm or an eye, he has to take that from his victim. He has to take their arm, or eat their ear or whatever body part he needs and eats it so he can regenerate. Yeah. With
temporarily,
spring.
and its feeding cycle imposes a time limit. If it cannot finish the hunt within its window, it must retreat and hibernate. This is not merely magic versus muscle. It is indulgence versus instinct. Can cursed immortality outlast predatory efficiency, or does ruthless simplicity tear through theatrical cruelty? The rural highway lies dead at dusk, cornfields whispering on both sides, an abandoned church sagging under a darkening sky. Dust and rot hang in the air. A single gold coin glints on the asphalt. The leprechaun appears with a soft chuckle, boots tapping as his gaze locks onto the coin. He reaches for it just as the sound arrives. Wings. Heavy, measured. The creeper descends onto the church roof, stone cracking beneath its weight. No fear in its eyes, only calculation. The leprechaun grins, vanishes, and reappears behind it, blade tearing blackened flesh. The response is immediate. A brutal swipe sends him skidding across the road, magic flaring as illusions erupt, laughing copies slicing from every direction. The creeper endures, waits, then strikes once with precision, catching the real body mid-teleport and smashing it into the ground until laughter turns feral. A blast of magic rips a wing apart. For a breath, the fight seems finished. Then the creeper rises, regenerating with obscene efficiency, impaling the leprechaun and tearing him to pieces. The road falls silent. The coin trembles. Laughter echoes from the shadows as the truth settles in. This hunt has no final kill. As dawn bleeds into the sky, the creeper withdraws, wounded but living. Near the coin, the leprechaun reforms, furious and whole. The battle ends not in death, but in retreat. The victor is the leprechaun. In direct combat, the creeper dominates. It is stronger, faster, and more lethal. But who would win is not about who hits harder. It is about who endures. The leprechaun's curse-bound immortality, tied to his gold, means the creeper cannot truly finish the hunt. Even if torn apart, the leprechaun returns. The creeper, constrained by its feeding cycle, eventually must leave. This is not a triumph of skill or honor. It is a victory of persistence through unnatural rules. When instinct meets a curse that refuses to stay dead, hunger runs out before malice does. Who do you think truly wins this clash of cursed magic and ancient hunger? Share your verdict in the comments and subscribe for more cinematic horror versus battles where monsters...
Yeah, man. Do the same to my channel. Go to my channel, hit the subscribe button, the ding link for more notifications. This was good. Yeah, till next time, man. I'll see y'all on the flop.